Before you delete Gemini from your phone, wait a moment. Because Gemini doesn't appear the same way for everyone. Some people will find an app called Gemini on their phone. Other people won't find the Gemini app at all, but they'll find that Google is the default assistant on the device. And that matters because the assistant may open from the power button or use the text and images shown on the screen, even if you don't see the Gemini app in front of you. So we're going to follow the correct order. First, we'll review the assistant settings from the system. Then, if the Gemini app exists on your phone, we'll review its settings from inside the app. And only at the end, if you don't need it, you can delete it or disable it. But if Gemini doesn't exist on your phone as an app, focus on the first steps of the video, because they're the most important for you. Let's start with the most important place. Step 1. Check the Digital Assistant app setting. Open Settings. Go to Apps. Then go to Default Apps. Choose Digital Assistant app. If you see Digital Assistant app Google, that means your default assistant is Google. And that doesn't necessarily mean the name Gemini will appear here. On some phones, especially Samsung, the system shows it as Google. Now look at the options underneath. You'll find Analyze on-screen text. This means the assistant can analyze the text shown on the screen. If you don't need this feature, turn it off. And you'll find Analyze on-screen images. This means the assistant can use images or screenshots from the screen. If you don't need it, keep it turned off. As for Flash Screen, this doesn't analyze anything by itself. It's just a visual alert that makes the edges of the screen light up when the assistant accesses screen content. If you turn off text and image analysis, this option won't matter much. Step 2. Check the default assistant itself. From the same page, tap Digital Assistant app. You'll enter a page called Default Digital Assistant app. If you find Google selected, and that means Google is responsible for the assistant shortcuts on your device. If you have the None option and you don't want any assistant to open from shortcuts, choose it. But if there's no None option, don't choose DuckDuckGo or Tor, just because you want to move away from Google. Why? Because the page itself says that assistant apps may be able to read information from the screen, and some of them may send extra data to the app. So the most important thing here is to turn off Analyze on-screen text and Analyze on-screen images if you don't need them. Step 3. Stop the assistant from opening with the power button. On Samsung phones, you'll usually do this. Open Settings. Go to Advanced Features. Then Side button. Under, press and hold. Choose Power Off menu, not a digital assistant. Now, a long press on the power button will open the Power Off menu, not Gemini or Google Assistant. If you can't find the same path, type in the settings search bar, Side button, or Power button, or Gestures. The important thing is to make sure the long press is not connected to the assistant. Step 4. If you have the Gemini app, check the screen context setting. This step is for people who have the Gemini app visible on their phone. If you don't have the app, skip to the next step. Open Gemini. Tap your account picture at the top. Go to Settings. If you find an option called Screen Context, open it. Turn off Use Text from Screen and Use Screenshot if you don't need them. And if these settings don't appear inside Gemini on your phone, that's fine. We already reviewed their alternative from the system settings. Analyze on-screen text and analyze on-screen images. The idea is simple. If you don't need the assistant to understand what's shown on your screen, don't leave the feature turned on. Step 5. Turn off Gemini on the lock screen. Go back to the Gemini settings page. Choose Gemini on lock screen. Turn off any option that allows Gemini to be used while the phone is locked, especially if you find an option like Use Gemini without unlocking, or Allow calls and messages without unlocking. Because the lock screen should remain more secure, the assistant doesn't need to respond or interact with certain requests while the phone is still locked, especially if your phone is next to you or in someone else's hand. Step 6. Turn off voice activation if you don't need it. Go back to the Gemini settings page. Choose Talk to Gemini hands-free. Turn off Hey Google if you don't use voice commands. This way, the assistant won't activate by voice without you meaning to. Step 7. Check the apps connected to Gemini. Open Gemini. Tap your account picture. Go to Connected Apps. You'll find services that Gemini may be able to work with depending on your device, account, and country, like YouTube, Maps, Photos, Gmail, Calendar, or other services. Turn off any service you don't want Gemini to use. The idea is not that every connection is dangerous. The idea is that you shouldn't leave Gemini connected to apps you don't actually need it to use. Step 8. Check Gemini activity history. This is a very important step, even if you're going to delete the app later. Open Gemini. Tap your account picture. Choose Gemini Apps Activity. Or you may find it under a name like Keep Activity. If you find activity turned on, choose Turn Off. And if you want a stronger cleanup, choose Turn Off and Delete Activity. If the option appears for you, also check Auto Delete and set it to the shortest period that suits you. Why is this important? Because deleting the app doesn't automatically mean the activity history connected to your Google account has been deleted. Here, you're reviewing the account itself, not just the app. And if you already deleted Gemini before, you can review the activity from your Google account or from the My Activity page. Step 9 and final step. Delete or disable the Gemini app. Now only after reviewing the important settings. If you don't need Gemini, open Settings. Go to Apps. Search for Gemini. If you find Uninstall, and you don't need it, delete it. And if you find Disable, use it. But pay attention to this point. Don't start by deleting it first. Because if you delete Gemini immediately, some settings that would have been better to review first may disappear from the app, such as lock screen settings, connected apps, and activity history. And if you deleted Gemini before watching this video, you don't need to reinstall it immediately. First, check the system settings. Digital Assistant app, on-screen text and image analysis, and the power button. After that, check Gemini app's activity from your Google account or from the Gemini website. Reinstall the app only if you need to review settings inside Gemini that you can't find on the web. After you finish, delete it again if you don't need it. In the end, if you find a setting name that's different on your phone, write your phone type in the comments. Samsung, Pixel, Xiaomi, or something else, and I'll try to tell you where to look. And if this video helped you discover a setting that was turned on without you noticing, hit the like button so it can reach more people. And subscribe to the channel, because in the next video, we'll talk about another Google setting that looks completely normal, but may connect more data to your account than you realize.